Yeah, guys and girls, welcome back to another vlog, another talk video actually. So, a few days back, I was watching that State of Play sort of thing, and there's quite a few games coming out. Like for instance, we've got the, if I can find it. Oh, hang on. Right, so the first game they showed was that Baby Steps. Then they did some VR stuff, because Resident Evil 4 is coming out on PlayStation VR 2 as well, which should be quite fun. But the one I'm looking forward to is the what's it called? We've got Phasmophobia, by the way. That's coming out, supposed to be very soon, but I think they kind of put it back. Actually, the game I'm looking forward to is the Ghostbusters game. Also, we've got Spider-Man 2 just round the corner as well. And some of the gameplay they showed on it looks really good, actually, really good. I played the first one, completed the first one on the PlayStation. Played a little bit of Miles Morales. Wasn't too keen on that one. Sort of played it and stuff. I didn't complete the whole game. I've heard it's quite short and stuff, so I will get back to it at some point before number 2, because I want to sort of try and complete them all one after each other. They didn't show any GTA 6, unfortunately. It's a shame that they should have shown some in there. And also, they are doing a Final Fantasy 7 complete edition. I think they're going to have all the DLCs in it by the looks of it. So that should be quite good. I think it's called the Remake Integrate, which I think that one's already out. And they're doing the Rebirth and stuff, which is going to be kind of, well, I'd say, to be honest, the best Final Fantasy game I actually kind of enjoyed back in the days was Final Fantasy 13, where you had the 3 discs, and then you had the special one. So I think the first one had like 2 discs with it. Well, this one apparently comes with 2 discs, so it's going to be big. It's going to be massive on that. Because I think they have to try and sort of fit it all onto the 2 discs, probably because it's too big or something. But Final Fantasy 13 was probably one of my favourite games, especially when the third game, which was all on 1 disc, had, was it The Return of Lightning? Which actually was really good, and that was a great story on that. And then you had to take those twin boss battles on, where you had to try and save up all your powers and your health and stuff just to actually beat them. I think you had to like sort of reverse a lot of their attacks and stuff. And they had like these like massive like sort of hats, these like sort of things where they could just like flick at you and stuff. Almost looked like the ones from Mortal Kombat and stuff, with that Kung Lao hats. But great. I mean, those games were absolutely brilliant back in the time. And actually, the original PlayStation 1 of Final Fantasy 7 will be probably the greatest game ever. Now they're doing like the Final Fantasy remakes. I'm not too sure about that one though. Even though it's like coming out with the complete thing, I might probably invest it into it and see if it's any good and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I've not played it yet, so I want to see if they bring it. I don't know if it's going to be on Xbox, though, because I don't think that is on Xbox, is it? So if it's on Xbox, I'll get the Series X version, but if it's just PlayStation, I'll just have to get the PlayStation 5 version. But I mean, when they did that first game, for instance, they showed at the State of Play, the one with baby steps. I thought that was so funny that it makes me want to get that game just for the shits and giggles and that, like just for the laughs and stuff, because it's more of a walking simulator, like, or obstacle simulator, where you're trying to get up the obstacle and you've got to try and find a way to get up there, or to try and get up to the top and stuff. And this would be kind of interesting. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a full proper style game. It's more like a casual game. But I don't know. There's not really much games that they've like shown really, actually, at all, that are coming out. It is kind of short, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of these develop, and then we've got like sort of Capcom, with their Resident Evil 4 remake coming to PlayStation VR 2. I mean, I don't know. I'm not into sort of horror games in masks. I mean, or where you wear the helmets and stuff. I like playing them in 2D and stuff. Don't want to have to change my pants and stuff. But then again, Phasmophobia's coming out, and I think hopefully it's coming out around October, around sort of Halloween-ish. Because then, yeah, I'll try and get into it, because I haven't really been on that PSVR 2 in such a while, and now they've got new updates and stuff on there. So hopefully they've added that update so you can go into the headset, and when you live stream, you can see all the text when people are like sort of messaging you when you're doing a live streams, because that's the downside to that one. I've just come back from Greg's as well. I've been doing a little bit of like sketching today and stuff. So, actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, actually, guys and girls. But yeah, some of the stuff that I've been doing. Like, for instance, there's this church by the area. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. There we go. There's a little bell tower. And there's the little church. I kind of sort of, and there's the little door there. And sort of sketched that, or so I was out. So it's not too bad, considering. Like, I've only been sketching for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Or actually, it's just coming up to 2 weeks. Because actually, I got this. I should have said 2 weeks. When did I get this one? I think this was on the 17th when I got this. I don't know, is it 17th? Then I tried to attempt, this was like pretty much my first attempt at drawings of Lady Gaga, where she's got the microphone. Kind of put the microphone a bit too high towards her head, because it looks like she was actually looking through it. But yeah, I'm trying to get the angles. It's like, it's all down to the angles. If you mess up on the angles, it can really mess it up. Then I done this the other day. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. So this is supposed to be Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore in Ghost. You can see the two characters where she's got her head looking up and he's like sort of hugging her and stuff. So I've sort of been doing that, and just some of the stuff I've been sort of sketching, like, it's like crazy. I've been sort of doing really good sketches, then I've been doing really bad sketches. Like, for instance, we've got this one here of Becky Lynch. Yes, it needs work. Then I did this one of Becky Lynch on NXT the other day when she had her championship belt. more like cartoon caricatures, but it is what it is. Like, and I've sort of, and then I did this one 9th of September. Everybody knows who that is. There we go. Sort of just like, I'm like, I got this whole massive book, so I could just do all my sketches and stuff and that. Then, because I'm actually at the moment sort of working on Connor McLeod and the Kurgan stuff. So we've got this one from Highlander, where they're having a fight. Not great, but I'm sort of working on it. You see, then is I critique myself a lot, whether I think they're good or not good and stuff. Sort of like, then we got this one. I made his head a bit too big on this one though. So this one where he's got the jacket, so Connor McLeod, and he's like got his hands out, but you can't see his hands because the book's too small. I needed basically I'm going to use that A4 one at the top just to actually redo this one. And then I did this one whilst in Greg's of like the counter area. It needs work, but I'm sort of giving it a go because I'm sort of just trying to get my mind into other things as well. I'm trying to sort of spread around a little bit. Then there was this couple in Greg's a few days gone back. Sometimes I don't do faces because I don't like doing faces, but hang on, here we go. So that's another one. And some of them I haven't coloured in, but a couple have. I tend to keep it black and white, but also feel. And there's the in the town of Nelsey. Oh, hang on. Where is it? I don't know if it's not really that clear when it's on here. I think it's because the lights. Yeah, I think it's something to do with the light, but and then we've got cemetery, like some graves and stuff. So yeah, so I mean, to be honest, I'll take some pictures and I'll put them on the main sort of thing. Also, I put them on my Instagram and Facebook so you guys and girls can check it out. Then we've got this of the streets area of the town. So there's like a town with the church and everything there. So I kind of sort of sketched that. And then we've got the dog up there as well. Hello, dog. Hello. And then we've got one of my favourite films of all time, Pulp Fiction. Great film as well. Then we got, we need to get to the chopper, do it. It's the Terminator. Yeah, the Terminator. So Arnold on his motorbike. I want to close your boots and the motorcycle. Do it. Then we've got The Matrix. I don't know if we can get that in. To be honest, some reason drawings don't really keep in focus at all for some bloody reason. I don't know why. It's probably because of the lighting or something, or maybe it's because the white background. And then we've got The Expendables. Yeah, The Expendables. And I don't know if you guys and girls will be able be able to make this one out. If I can find it. Which movie this is from. So that's the one. And then this is the same movie. She's got the gun and everything in her hand, strapped around her neck. And this is the similar picture, same character style thing, but up close. So I've been working on those. I don't know, I mean, I'm working on them. They're not like perfect and such, but that's the thing. There's no such thing as perfect. It's all about your interpretation of how you see these characters and you see the world around it. That's what the beauty thing about the art is. But getting onto gaming and stuff, I think, to be honest, I think with what's going on at the moment, it makes me wonder if with Xbox and stuff, if the courts are going to reverse their decision about letting like Xbox also to have the Activision due to the fact that there's more stuff coming out about like Xbox now that they are talks that or rumours that they wanted was it Nintendo, or they were going to buy Nintendo. Regardless if that was true or not, or if it was on the papers or not, if that's legit, if it's on the papers. And now they've got this thing where they were going to make a Switch like Xbox thing, like a Nintendo Switch style Xbox gaming device. And then they've got a new Xbox coming out. Looks like more of a capsule sort of thing. So whether that's going to be the new Series X or something, and those came out due to the courts and the is it the FTC or whatever they call it? I don't know. Someone made a mistake and they put all the stuff out there about it. So regardless of what's going on at the moment in the industry, and also with Game Pass, I think not many, because they're trying to get more people basically to go on to Game Pass to actually invest into it, because that's their biggest meal ticket right now. And I think when it comes to it, I think it's just going to blow up in their faces and stuff. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that Xbox like succeeds and keeps Activision, and I'm hoping the courts don't decide to say, oh look, right, we're going to have to change it a little bit and actually not allow them to buy Activision, even though they bought it at the moment. But then again, the decisions could change later on down the road. We don't know what's going on at the moment or how this is going to affect people and stuff. But this affects gamers as well. And then you find like a lot of these games, for instance, like Starfield, for instance, it's not the game that everyone thought it was going to be. We thought it was going to be open world, which it is, like sort of slightly open world, but it's still going towards like missions. You still have to do those missions. You can wander off and go off to other walk on the other planets, but there's like barriers, so many barriers that puts you there and prevents you from going past those barriers. Now, if we'd have travelled like No Man's Sky, where we could travel the entire planet and walk on for miles, that would have been great. But when it comes down to the game mechanics, right? The game mechanics are great. Yeah, okay, it's more like Fallout 4 or Elder Scrolls style. But you can't terraform a planet like you can with No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, I think, to be honest, a hell of a lot better. If you want a space game with a good, decent story, guys and girls, I'm afraid that just go and purchase No Man's Sky. You'll have a lot more fun than you are going to on Starfield. And that's saying something. I've been playing on it. I haven't really played it much now. I've kind of stopped playing it because it's just got really like repetitive. Just playing the whole game. Kind of annoys me. To be honest, I prefer just playing Call of Duty. To be honest, that's for me. That's more fun. That's way more fun than this like thing. I think, to be honest, I think Starfield has already basically died for me. I don't know if I'll be back on it or not. I mean, there's a few bugs in there, and frame rate's really bad on it as well. Like, it dips quite a lot. Obviously, they've kind of said that they've put a new update and fixed performances, but I still find it's still performance issues. And I've got a RTX 2080. I mean, to be honest, that was actually recommended was the 2080. So, but I'm only going by recommendations on that rig of mine and stuff. And yeah, I could play it on the Series X, but it's like it's 30 FPS. Are we going back? Are we actually literally going way back now on performance and resolution? Because I feel, and also, what's happened to the HDR as well? The HDR is really bad. And then I've been checking it. Apparently, they haven't got HDR on it, or the HDR thing on it is not as good. They've kind of messed up on it, and really they need to fix that. That's what's really bad. It looks all washed out. The whole colours look really washed out. But that's my opinion on it. The whole game they've kind of messed up, and you think for them doing this, making this game like 20 years in the making, 10, 20 years in the making, you would think you would want a lot better from the developers. These guys have been developing these games for a long time, and they're getting like loads of money to make these games, and then when they bring it out, it's like either broken, or the colours look washed out, or the performance are having issues on it. To be honest, that is really bad, especially for gamers who put a lot of money to actually purchase in these games. But that's my sort of rant on it. Like, I don't know if you guys, the girls, are having the same issues with it or not, but I don't know. Let us know in the comments, guys and girls. But anyway, it is today, Thursday, the 21st of September, 2023, and it is 4:42 in the afternoon. Stay safe, guys and girls. I hope I've been entertaining for you. And I will see you guys and girls on the next episode. Cheers for watching.